Hey, and welcome back. Today is July the 17th, 2017. I'm in my town garden. Things are coming along quite well. I just thought I'd give you all a quick tour. First of all, I'm going to start with my strawberries. This year I'm on a rebuilding year. I didn't have any production. I bought some new plants and refurbished the beds. Some of my strawberries were 3 years old and died. Some weren't 3 years old and died this winter kill. So here they are. I got quite a few again, and they've made some babies, and next year should be a good strawberry year. The plants are looking very healthy. They're big, flowering, and this bed's the same thing. Then to your left here, this is a spaghetti squash. And then right here you got mixed rainbow bell peppers. And this is a pepper plant that hasn't produced anything yet. This is an eggplant that's flowering. It's got several different flowers on it. These are two different tomato plants. And the rest are all pepper plants also. This one here has got a pepper developing. This one here, I believe, has several peppers developing. This is actually a yellow pepper, so it should turn yellow. This is another rainbow bell. And then right over here I have what I believe is a couple of cucumber plants. And then I got a bucket of radishes. I'd say not a bad size, likely just about ready to eat that. Then here I got my dill. And right here I got my Brussels sprouts. The little moths have been getting at them and eating the plants. Little buggers. And then here we got our Saskatoon berry trees, which produced a few Saskatoon berries for the second year in a row. Slowly every year they're getting better. There's some butterflies eating my plants right now as we speak. Little buggers. And then here we got my broccoli. As you can see, I got a nice head of broccoli on this one. Over there's the same thing. Then I got a chive plant in the center there. And on the other side of it you can see a green pepper growing. And then there's other miscellaneous pepper plants throughout the bed here. Okay, now we'll go down to the garden. I might as well show you the rest of my trees. I got a Honeycrisp apple tree, planted last spring, so 2 years old. And I got another apple tree here. It actually died. You can see where I cut it off, and this is a sucker that come up. So this is growing off the rootstock of my other apple tree. Not sure exactly what variety of apple it's going to be, but I'm going to let it go. Over here I got my mulberry. It's a pendula variety. Very sweet, very good. Everybody that tries them likes them. Pendula mulberries. Very, very good berries. Can't wait for them to grow so this tree produces a mass amount, so I can make some liquor or something out of them. And then this here is a small pear tree that we just planted this year, and it seems to have a little bit of disease in it, so we're not sure if it's going to survive or not. And then over here we have another apple tree. This one is a Red Delicious variety. Also doing not too bad. Seems to be establishing itself here, and it looks like it's going to take off. So that's it for trees. Here's my main garden. You can see I got my white onions coming in real nice this year. And then this row here is my Swiss chard. And I've actually harvested it many times already. I've got lots of good Swiss chard off it. It's a rainbow Swiss chard, so it's a few different colors. The stems, there's yellow, white, and red. It's pretty good. These here are my turnips. This year my turnip crop is looking good. I'll pull some back so you can kind of see. I'm going to pick them younger this year so they don't get as much disease and bugs in them, so they're not going to be as big. See, I got one that split. And then here's my beans. These are green bush beans on the outside of the turnips, and they're doing pretty good. They're starting to flower. I think we're going to get a bean crop. This section is for my tomatoes. So all these are tomato plants. Two different varieties of tomatoes growing in here. And then right over here I got 4 more. I had 6 but 2 died. So I have 4 more broccoli plants, and all 4 are developing broccoli. Our wildflower bed, and all it is a bunch of wildflower seeds in a bed, and this is what you get. So every year it's a little different. Attracts the bees for pollination purposes. I've got an entire row of spinach which is going to seed now. I was away camping and I never had time to pick it all. Right here in the center is 2 rows of carrots. They're kind of thin, you know, they're patchy. This year I didn't think I was going to get any carrots, and all of a sudden I got patchy carrots, so I'll take it. It's better than no carrots. On the outside I got a row of romaine lettuce, which is also ready to, starting to kind of show signs of being out in the sun too long, but there is some new stuff coming in, so there's lots of lettuce to eat here. In this area here is weeds, as you can see, and cucumbers. My cucumber crops are actually starting to come in nice. As you can see, I got quite a few cucumber plants and they're all in good health. Back in the corner I got my multiplying onions. As you can see, they're growing new onions on the top, and then all these onions in the fall off, and then in the spring you get new onions. So these onions are perennial. I get them every year. I've had them for 3 years now. I actually got them from my neighbor. She had the onions and she gave me a few, and I threw them back here, and I've had onions ever since. And they're good. They're good in the spring. They're good on potatoes. They're a good onion. They're a spring onion, multiplying onion it's called. Everybody likes them. Right here I do have a tiny bit of asparagus going to seed here if you want to see it. This here is asparagus. It's kind of hit and miss. I haven't had a lot of luck with my asparagus, but if you look close back here, I do have asparagus growing. There is asparagus growing back here. I don't know if it'll ever turn into much as far as asparagus goes, but our fingers are certainly crossed. Pretty much concludes my in-town garden. I do have another garden where I grow my potatoes and pumpkins. Maybe we'll get out there yet and be able to give you a shot of that. It hasn't been watered in 2 weeks and it hasn't rained, so I'm concerned. We're in a drought situation here, and I've been watering this one in town because it's convenient, but the one out at the farm, the water has to be hauled and I'm not able to get it watered enough. So we're gonna go out and check on it, but we might have dead pumpkins and potatoes. But if not, then we'll water them and hopefully they survive. Alright, we're out at the big garden here where my potatoes and pumpkins are growing. I also have a few onions out here. I'm gonna give you all a tour. Pumpkins. We got an entire row of pumpkins right here, and it's kind of L-shaped because when it gets to the end it continues and goes that way. And out in there is all my potatoes. As you can see, I got quite a large potato crop. I'm pretty happy with it. I just weeded this half of it, and tomorrow I intend on weeding that half of it, but it needed some water, so we're gonna water it today, as you can see, and maybe tomorrow before I go back to work the following day I'll come out and give it one more drink of water, because I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. So thank you all for tuning in for the video, and I hope you all enjoyed seeing my garden. I'd love to see your gardens. And if you have any comments, questions, advice, information, conversation, please post it below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.